Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com, and it's Tuesday again, which means what? It's time for a photo news fix. This fix is brought to you by My Gear Vault, which is the best way to keep track of all of your gear, serial numbers, and receipts. Ask yourself this: if your gear was stolen, would you be able to remember each item's serial number when you're filing a police report? Hopefully that never happens to you, but now is a great time to download My Gear Vault for free at mygearvault.com. First up, Nikon announced it would no longer be selling cameras, lenses, and accessories in the Brazilian market after December 31st, 2017. The only place in Brazil where you could actually get Nikon gear was from Nikon's website. The only good news was if you purchased through the website, you would also get a warranty. Nikon Brazil did say that camera equipment purchased through December 31st will still have their warranties honored. What sucks is that after December 31st, any Nikon gear purchased in Brazil will be what's considered gray market, which means it won't have a warranty for that country. Now, if you're a Nikon shooter in Brazil, where are you going to purchase your Nikon gear from? Next up, are you in the market for a brand new manual SLR camera? But Jared, no one makes film cameras anymore. Though that may be true, a company called Reflex has launched a Kickstarter to create a new and unique take on the film camera. Now, normally, this is where I would make fun of hipsters as well as film, but the new me is looking at the world through a new Instagram filter. I mean lens. In all honesty, I like the idea and features that the Reflex is promising. They've come up with a modular camera with interchangeable lens mounts. The camera even ships with a universal M42 mount, whatever that is, but you will also be able to get Nikon F, Olympus OM, Canon FD, and Pentax PK as an alternative. Another novel idea is interchangeable film backs. Now, at first, I thought this was to help you quickly change a roll of film so when you finish one roll, you can pop in the next one quickly and keep shooting. And I was ready to yell at somebody because that's a stupid idea. But as I kept reading, it started to make more sense. In the past, once you started a roll of film, you pretty much had to either finish the roll or burn the rest of the frames. With the eye back on the Reflex, you can stop shooting mid-roll, swap out for another film back, and then swap back to the original one where you pick up right where you were shooting mid-roll without having to waste any film. That's an awesome idea. The team at Reflex is embracing the open source movement as well. What this means is they will be sharing most of the hardware and electrical designs of the camera, which should encourage modders and tinkerers to come up with custom add-ons. Currently on Kickstarter, it's already surpassed its goal of £100,000 with 369 backers. If this sounds like something you would like to back, the least expensive camera option you can pick up includes the body only for £350, which is this much in dollars. For £600, you will get the body, prime lens, extra mount, extra back, camera strap, some film, a notebook, tote bag, and even a film canister to keep your It's funny, Dan, that's where my brother actually kept his as a teenager. Disclaimer, the film canister's not actually for unless you want it to be. I actually don't smoke. I'm not a fan. But if you're truly baller, you'll step up to the limited edition 2,500 pound, 24 karat gold plated Reflex. Hey Dan, let's start a Kickstarter to fund a 2,500 pound Reflex for me. Next up, we have a heartwarming story about a 5-year-old little girl named Sophia who was born with several heart defects. She has already undergone 3 operations, and prior to her 4th, she had just one wish: to be a princess and marry her best friend Hunter. A family friend by the name of Marissa Belletti Lavoie of Sassy Mouth Photography caught wind of the little girl's wish and set everything in motion. Sophia's mom says, "I'm trying to be strong for Sophia. In reality, she's slipping into heart failure more and more, and this might be the only time I ever see her in a wedding dress." The photos are truly stunning. The smile on the little girl's face is priceless, and as a collection, I think the photographer did a fantastic job. It's definitely nice to see a happy photo news story just like this. Right before the final story, the winner of the Rode VideoMic Pro Plus from the last photo news fix is... And finally, Panasonic, the makers of the ever so popular GH5, have announced the Lumix G9. Dan, where's the H?
The letter of the day is...
The G9 sports a 20.3 megapixel micro 4/3 CMOS sensor that does away with the low pass filter to help increase sharpness. The new rage in cameras seems to be the ability to shift the image sensor to capture ultra high resolution images. In the G9's case, it will take 8 images and create an 80 megapixel JPEG or RAW photo. It does this by taking advantage of the 5-axis dual IS2, giving you a whopping 6.5 stops of stability.
Like a G6.
Getting swervy with your nervy. The ISO will range from 200 to 25,600, but keep in mind, smaller sensors tend to have more noise issues at higher ISOs. With the electronic shutter, you will get 20 frames a second burst with continuous AF and 60 frames per second with focus locked. Now, when you use a mechanical shutter, you will get 9 frames a second, which isn't too shabby or shaggy. There are dual UHS-2 SD card slots that Canon could learn a thing or two about that support the new high-speed V-rated cards that I know nothing about. In terms of video, it will shoot 4K at 60 frames a second, and it includes a flippy-out rotatable screen, which is definitely a plus. If this is the camera for you, it will be available in early January at a price of $1,700 for the body. Now, the only real question is, will any serious photographers dare to pick one of these up? Me, pick me. I'll try. I'm a serious photographer, aren't I, Dan?
No.
And there you have it. That's your photo news fix this time around. To check out the last fix, go ahead and click on the screen right here. And don't forget to like, share, subscribe, and comment because I asked you to, and that would be awesome. So please, please do that. So thank you for watching. Jared Polin, FroKnowsPhoto.com. See ya.